Three-time world champ Carissa Moore sets this heat off against Laura Enever and Lakey Peterson. Lakey Peterson making a comeback after an injury that held her back from competing all year long. Carissa Moore gets started, and things are already getting underway. Joe Chappelle alongside former big wave world champion Peter Mel for the call.
It was a close heat. You know, there was different styles and contrasts happening there as we watch a replay here of Laura Enever on her first wave of this round one heat in heat number 5, and then Lakey Peterson. We're getting to see her back on the championship tour. She was able to get a warm-up event down at Oceanside. Didn't go very well for her there, but we're back at the US Open, which she had taken a win at this event. So very comfortable. So all three surfers picking up just mediocre waves to start this heat.
Oh. Carissa Moore, Lakey, Laura.
Where was my reminder?
That'll be great picks.
I think I set my reminders.
Pete,
I know.
You got to set your reminder on your app. Watch this, Peter. You can recover. This is Laura Enever now. Big first turn. And she'll get bounced off with that little backwash, setting her off. More waves out the back, and this is Carissa Moore. Big bottom turn, late hit, and she goes straight down.
Obviously, Conlog, sorry. Being this is the region, you know, carrying... as we watch a replay here of Laura Enever. She would be a good one, I believe. You know, you can't look past Carissa Moore also. Tyler Wright, been able to articulate what she's doing, but not giving away too much, which is a challenge in itself, right? Being able to give us the information as fans to know what's going on in her head, but then again, not giving away too much to give away anything to her competitors. And there's a balance there. I mean, she's great. She's been... I think she's in a good place in her life. It's been really challenging, obviously, dealing with the injuries of her brother, you know, and keeping things simple. She talks about, you know, as we watch the replay here of Lakey Peterson, about how, you know, it's not that hard. You know, you just go out there at Huntington Beach and get your opportunities, make them work for you, and get it done. That's, you know, keeping it that simple makes for a choppy face, so it's a little bit more difficult to ride wave number 1. As we see this Carissa making that choice right now. And she kicks out on a closeout. But that wave number 2, hopefully a little cleaner on the face. Sometimes it'll allow a little steeper because it's drawn out some of the water.
Now setting up this beautiful section, Laura Enever finds a great wave off the pier bowl right. Styles through the second effort off the white water. This one has enough energy which could send her the distance. It's starting to fade. It's not even breaking, but she does have the speed, and she's earned this inside reform. Floats it into the flats, and Enever steps off. Will now catch up to Lakey Peterson halfway through.
Allows her to have 2 turns on the outside, and it actually had enough energy. As you see, similar size wave as the first one, but this one much more opportunity on the outside because able to get 2 moves done. You know, glides it for the third one here. And then this carries a ton of energy into the shore break, which, you know, we saw one wave make it to this inside by Nikki Van Dyke, but also now by Laura Enever.
More waves on the way. Carissa Moore already threw a big turn on the back end. Great timing on the next one. This one's not going to take her through to the reform, but she capitalized out the back to Bells, to Margaret River, where she usually is completely dominating. This year, a little bit different route to where she's sitting at world number 3. Let's check out Lakey's form, Pete.
Lakey on the backhand having to deal with the third wave of the set. And that one much more white water on the face, which can be a bit more challenging. You know, you saw wave number 2 was out. It moved a little bit further north, so it gave Laura a little cleaner face. And then this was actually, after that set pass, there was one more wave on the outside, which gave Carissa this opportunity. She's going to improve, but does not get any inside connection. I think there's where the rust got knocked off. You know, I think she did real well, and I think that will create some hunger. You know, it's not easy coming back, and she knows that. And so I think a heat win here will be very, very good for her, especially against someone like this.
Carissa Moore, great timing and great footwork in the gutless part of the wave. Wound up for one big turn. Carissa already has a 7.0 as her high mark. High-seeded surfer in this matchup. Carissa, world number 3, made her first final this season at the Fiji Pro. Let's see how she did here, Peter.
Picks up a, you know, mid-size set wave. It had some open face, but it had this section down the line next to the pier. We had talked about the wedge that comes off, and what it'll do it'll give you, that wave moves to the inside, it'll give you some lip next to the pier. You know, you can dial in what you need to do. So I like it. I like the way this venue's set up.
Let's check out the heat recap for round 1, heat number 5. Lakey Peterson from Santa Barbara, California, getting super active on her backhand. We're just celebrating her return to the top 17 after the ankle injury that took her out before the start of the year on the Gold Coast. Working through some QS heats to get her rhythm back, preparing for HB where she's won before. Her high mark is 7.83. And Carissa Moore also in the 7 range on this one, Pete.
Yeah, and she's got that backside whip. You know, it's very critical. She does it with ease. She can do it in all sorts of different sections. That last wave came in at a 5.6, not quite enough to put herself into the number 1 spot.
Lakey winding up again. Clean backside snap. Ends up carving under the white water. This one's going flat. And Peterson kicks out. Has such a strong progressive game, and she's made statements where she wants to bring it to the top 17 and showcase that talent above the lip and with big below tail reverses. She's achieved the maneuver of the season in the past as we watch Carissa Moore now. Wave staying pretty full and flat out the back. She has to kick out. Moore still needs a 6.41.
Wow, that was a mistake there. I don't know if you noticed, but Laura Enever with priority made that. This energy is really focusing on that pier bowl section and, you know, right into the hands of Lakey Peterson.
Solid one running into the pilings. No room for turns for Lakey Peterson. And she'll have to step off. Still with the lead coming into the final minute.
Spray out the back from a really strong turn or at least some sort of connection with actual lip. That wave didn't really have that opportunity.
We're going to run out of time. Laura trying to get this one right before the horn. She'll surf it like it counts, and we'll get the official word from the judges if she's up in time.
I would say she was.
So one solid move, now S-ing her way through the reform. Looks like it will bowl up. Layback, jam under the lip, but Laura can't hang on. That was an important maneuver to try to turn this heat around.
It was definitely. And it would have been almost, you know, you would have definitely had the thinking cap on had that turn been pulled. We would have been saying, hey, maybe. But since it's not, I don't think it's going to be enough. And we're now counting on, was Carissa Moore's enough? And my gut reaction says probably going to come out shy.
So we'll wait to see what Carissa gets on her final score along with Laura Enever. Will Lakey Peterson turn this comeback roll into a win in her first round heat against the best surfers in the world? We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in Huntington Beach for more action right after this.